Merry Christmas, everybody. This is your boy, the Sports Doctor Spock from Sports Doc Radio and the Mick and Mike Love podcast. And it is Christmas. And this is probably where a lot of people says the NBA really gets kicked off. And for a few days now, you've been able to vote for your favorite All-Star. Stephen A. Smith here talks about the new All-Star format and how much he likes or dislikes it. Let's check him out.
I want to get to the NBA and the changes reportedly coming to the All-Star game. Sources tell ESPN the league wants to introduce a new 14 tournament-style format this season that's expected to have two semifinal games played to 40, with the winners advancing to the final match played to 25. The event will be the first of its kind, expected to have competition that resembles pickup games in an effort to curtail lackluster performances seen in recent years. Again, according to ESPN, the NBA was in serious discussions to have 3 All-Star teams of 8 players each, and the winner of the Rising Stars game take part in an All-Star game tournament.
Sorry about that, everybody.
I hate it.
My mic was fucked up too,
I have
Stephen
no
A.
use for it. It means absolutely positively nothing to me.
He hates it. Has no use for it. The All-Star game.
Matter of fact, I don't even want to go. I'm going to call it what it is. It's straight bullshit. It really is. Let me tell y'all something, okay? Nobody should expect the players on All-Star Sunday to play as hard as they play during the regular season.
Okay.
Or the playoffs. I understand that. But you trying to tell me you can't play as hard as you play in the summertime when you're working out to get yourself in shape? You can't do that? We've seen plenty of footages of NBA players working out in the off season, practicing in gyms, going up against one another. They play.
Yeah, they look like all-stars when they working out. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple guys that play for my Pistons where you see them work out, you know, but they're professional players. So they will look good. But all Stephen A. is asking for is that type of effort. But that All-Star game hasn't been high effort in 30 years.
Play harder than we see on Sundays for All-Star weekend. How come you can't do that for the All-Star game? Now, from everything that I'm being told, you know what the problem is, y'all? It's the sponsors and advertisers. Because the league caters.
Yeah, they talking about having a pickup style tournament format, 14 format, which will have 2 semifinal games up to 40 points and the final game up to 25 points. Just in case you missed it.
To them. And the NBA players don't get anything out of it. I had somebody text me this, so I'm going to share it with y'all right now to make sure that we good with it, okay? To make sure that y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? It says here, it's deeper than that, Stephen A. Players know that the league does all of this for their corporate partners. They're paid heavily for this weekend, and the players can't even get decent seats for their families. They feel like this is some bullshit. They're like, we have to show up for this stuff, but we don't have to play. Okay? That's what he said. They got 51 different partners. Fair enough. It's cool. And the players want to talk about, well, we ain't getting any of that. Well, $100,000 a piece goes to the winner of the All-Star game. $25,000 go to the loser, according to CBA, I guess. You can bring stuff like that up, but that ain't even the point. This is a multi-billion-dollar league. You got cats in the league worth over $100 million, worth over $500 million, worth over $1 billion.
Hey, LeBron.
You can't show just a little bit of effort in front of a packed house inside of arena, 19, 20,000, press stars at press row all over the place. You can't.
I'm going to be honest with y'all. To the players, NBA All-Star Weekend is for hanging out with fans and each other from other teams and hanging out with hoes. That's all it is. Hoes come down there for all over the world to see if they can get an NBA boyfriend, baby, whatever. That's all it is. It's a spectacle of Holgate. Go ahead, Stephen A. This is why they ain't playing hard. They've been with them hells.
Just play ball like you playing ball in the off season?
Listen, ain't no more goddamn Freaknik. Okay? So once or twice a year, we gotta find a big get together where all the hoes get together and people go out there and chase the hoes.
That's where it gets a bit extreme. There's an 11.
You want actual hard played basketball game during all-star weekend. Stephen A., why don't you understand? You gotta know this. After a weekend of partying with your homies and chasing the hoes, you cannot play a hard basketball game against especially when everybody's just as good as you and you're great. It ain't happening. And you're right, they're worth $100 million. They don't need to play hard for $100,000. They ain't got to do that shit no more. They there to chase the hoes.
Year $77 billion deal that was just agreed to that kicks in for next season. Players are getting that. 50% of that. You can't show up? I mean, the effort has been lackluster. And don't get me started with that sorry-ass slam dunk contest. I swear to Lord, I want to sponsor my own slam dunk contest nationwide. I could do a better job. And I'm not blaming the NBA one bit. I'm blaming the players. You can't play as hard as you play while working out in the summer? Really? You just gonna have a glorified layup line all-star weekend? Really? That's why I was so proud of Steph Curry. When he went against Sabrina Ionescu in a three-point shooting contest. He didn't have to do that. But he's the elite shooter the game has ever seen, and he was going up against one of the great shooters in the WNBA. And I hope Caitlin Clark does it in the future, and Klay Thompson gets in on it, and other people. I hope all of that happens. It promotes the game. Rising tide lifts all boats. But when you think about...
That would be dope, Stephen A. And as a basketball fan, I would like to see that, but that ain't the reality of the All-Star game. And I see why you're so upset right now, but it's over for our competitive, hardly played All-Star game. The last five minutes, they might pick it up a little bit, but for the most part...
Previous players, when you think about Jordan and Dominique and Isaiah and Magic and everybody else and how they will perform for All-Star Weekend, and then you see the absence of pride and fervor and vigor from today's players.
I said 30 years, because it was different. It was Holgate back then too, but those guys were so competitive. You couldn't tell Isaiah not to care about winning any type of basketball game. You damn sure couldn't tell Jordan that.
You got yours. Huh? You got yours. So you don't have to care.
And you said you don't want to go, but you could go down to All-Star Weekend, Stephen A., and I'm sure you would get yours.
And see, then I'm an asshole. I'm a clown. I'm a jerk because I point stuff like this out. Facts! But I'm the bad guy. It's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Jump shots from half court. Even though Damian Lillard made one, Steph Curry made another, but damn. It's a joke. I have no desire. I love basketball. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for the NBA. I am incredibly grateful. And I love the job that Adam Silver has done. I love him as a commissioner. I love, what the NBA has done overall. But there's a lot of people out there that have been turned off by the NBA product. It's still big time in social media. It's still big time in the digital stratosphere. But on linear television, there's a reason for that. People got better things to do with their time. Because they can tell when people ain't giving max effort. I'm just saying, y'all, somebody got to say it. So
Well, that is how Stephen A. Smith feels about the NBA All-Star format. But I just really told y'all the truth about what it is. There's a beautiful shot of that looks like Miami, Florida, in the background. I think that's Miami. A beautiful shot of that lovely city. But this is your boy, the Sports Dr. Spock. Let me know how y'all feel about this video in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to subscribe to the Sports Talk Radio channel. Like I said in a video yesterday, the long form videos on this channel will be just about over except for the show on Sunday. It just be for the podcast, this channel where you're seeing this video now. All these videos will be over on Sports Talk Radio, so if you enjoy my long form content, go subscribe there. Don't forget to subscribe here for one of the most entertaining shows on Sunday. After you get done watching football, you can check us out. We try to go live Sundays at 8, or you get a pre-recorded show Sundays at 8. Either way, subscribe. It's going to be great. Y'all have a great Christmas and enjoy yourselves and enjoy your family. Take care.